Hey guys, Jables here again. I'm doing a deck profile on another Blackwing deck. I know Avery just did his version of Blackwings not too long ago. But as I've stated before, we on our team generally have a lot of the same decks. A lot of the time, we just have different ways we play them. And you know, Avery likes to experiment, and I really liked his deck. He making Shooting Star and Blackwings was pretty crazy. I'm still not sure how he did that. But my version of Blackwings is more standard. It's just more speed based, as we'll see when we get into it. But I guess I'll go ahead and start the profile right now. Got three Shuras, of course, three Boras, three Kalutes, one Sirocco. I don't really like Sirocco anymore, at least in this format, or at least right now. I don't know. I just haven't really liked him as much. I generally tend to allure him away most of the time whenever I draw. I don't hardly use him. I mean, he's good for a whirlwind search. You can get any Blackwing in the deck, but I might end up taking him out for something else. I'm not sure yet. On another note, my deck isn't using any of the new cards, so I might take him out and put in some of the newer Blackwings. I don't know. I'm just gonna have to see. But right now, I'm still running the one, just because he's 2,000 attack if anything. Then we got one Zephyros, one Gale, two Blizzards. I still like the Blizzards. This is more Exceed based uh, Blackwings, but I still like Blizzard. It gives a good synchros. Like it's a good synchro deck too to go into. And like the Piercer, like Armed Wing and Bora is good for those decks that use tokens. We have a Mecha Phantom Beast player at our local, and everybody seems to use Draco Sack and everything now. So yeah, and then one Kochi. Uh, yeah, Kochi is good for rank 4 plays and level 8 synchro plays. So I still like Kochi, and pretty much everything in this deck can search him out. That's it for monsters. I do not run Dark Arm. I only run these Blackwings. It's a fairly low monster count. But when you get to your whirlwinds, you can basically search out any monster you want. But I took out Dark. I was running Dark Armed at one time, but I just Dark Arm conflicted with some of my side cards, or one of my side cards. And it's just like a lot. Most of the times when I drew Dark Arm, I would have way too many Darks in grave already, even with the low monster count. So I decided to take him out. Like it just wasn't worth it. Like constantly worrying over the graveyard, trying to make things just right. So I just decided to take Dark Armor out and let it flow as it's going to flow. That's it for monsters. On the spells, got the three whirlwinds, have three dualities, three upstarts, one allure, and that is it for spells. I don't run MST in the main deck. I don't run Dark Hole. All the spells are searchers or draw cards. You search cards and you have draw cards to just add a lot of speed to the deck. So I just went for that. Traps. This is very trap heavy. For the most part, we have 3 Icarus attack. Or we'll have 3 Icarus attack. Like Icarus Attack's the best trap in this deck. I'm using 3 Mind Crush in the main deck. Mind Crush are just really good, especially now with every deck. Every deck searches. We see Bujin search, Tinkies with Crane, or not Crane, Yamato, search Crane, Fire Fist if people still play Fire Fist. The Trap Trick monsters will search. Duality searches, a lot of decks run Duality. Like every deck has a search card. And Mind Crush, just knowing what your opponent has in hand is really good. It helps determine the way you play. I've seen a few deck profiles as I look through over YouTube run this, not in Blackwings necessarily, but I've seen in many other deck profiles just people main decking Mind Crush. So I was like, I think I'll try it out in this. Next, you got the 3 Reckless. Like I said, it's just more draw power, just add speed to get to whirlwinds as fast as possible. Like under Reckless, if you have whirlwind, you're still adding cards to your hand. 2 Phoenix Chains, one Mirror Force, one Dimensional Prison, one Torrential, and one Bottomless. If I had a Black Sonic, I'd probably play it one. I really don't want to play it more than one because it seems really situational. Because you have to have a Blackwing. Like a Blackwing monster has to be attacked for it to go off. I mean, it's really good when it goes off, but it just seems like it's really situational. I just want immediate card reactions, and this is what I have. But I still like to play at least one Black Sonic because it is really good. It doesn't target and it banishes, so that's really good. For the extra deck, 2 Cowboys because I love Cowboy. 1 Maystroke. 2 Diamondars. Heartland Draco. Heartland Draco is quickly becoming my favorite Exceed. Cowboy was my favorite, but I think Heartland Draco may have surpassed Cowboy. I've won several games with this. I think I stated in my last deck profile because of Soul Charge. My opponent will Soul Charge for an absurd amount, paying at least 3,000 life points. They keep themselves out of Cowboy range, but they just do not like. They just don't expect Heartland Draco, I don't guess. But Heartland Draco's won me so many matches just because of Soul Charge, and I love it. Like, you can have all the field presence you want, but if you can't stop my attack, then you're just going to be fucked by this little dragon. Next, 2 Ice Beast Zero Fanes. It may be the best card in the extra deck because this thing is nuts. Like, it skill drains your opponent's side of the field and then powers itself up if you don't know what it does. Like, it gains 300 attack for each face-up card on the field. I'm not sure if it's including itself or not. Yep, it includes itself. Okay, it includes himself for each face-up card on the field, and it negates all your opponent's effects. Like, that could be field spells, that could be spells and traps. I use this to get around Messenger of Peace against the burn deck. It's just a really, really good card. 1 Photon Pappy, 1 Ragnar Zero. I haven't got to use it yet. Catastor for synchros now. 1 Catastor, 1 Armed Wing, 1 Black Rose, 1 Armor Master for 7s, and then 1 Crimson Blader for 8. If I had another 8, I'd probably either put in Colossal Fighter or Scrap Dragon. 7s are good. If I had another 6, if I'd run 2 6s, it would be Armed Wing and Psyhemoth or Vulcan the Divine and Armades, which I do not have. Just to run over, like, side deck is irrelevant, but I'll run over it real quick. 2 Fossil Dinos, 2 DD Crows, the all-star of my side deck, 3 Necro Valleys. This is the card that Dark Arm conflicted with, because there was a moment when I had 3 Darks engraved and I could have summoned Dark Arm, but in the match it wouldn't have mattered. Like, it would have died if I summoned it. It couldn't have got over Lead Yoke. I was going against a variant of Battling Boxers, and they couldn't have got over Lead Yoke. And Necro Valley is preventing him from doing his Lead Yoke loop. So yeah, I just took out Dark Arm because of that. I didn't want it to conflict. But Necro Valley hits a lot of decks, surprisingly. People don't tend to think about it, but it is really, really good. And the only card it hits in the deck now is Blizzard, which whenever I side in Necro Valley, I usually side out 1 Blizzard. I'll keep 1 in. Next, I have Dark Hole and 3 MSTs. Then we have 2 Skill Drains, because Skill Drain doesn't generally hurt this deck except for maybe Blizzard and Shura. I almost never use Shura's effect anyway. He's just an 1800. He's just an 1800 monster. I hardly ever use his effect. We got 1 Light Imprisoning Mirror. I really need another one. And 1 Soul Drain. But that's the deck. Keeping Blackwings alive, or as I call it, Turbo Negro. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Like, thumbs up, thumbs down, subscribe. Keep supporting your local Jerry Beans and all your Jerry Beans needs. Again, thank you for your views and your support. It's been amazing. We're going to get more deck profiles coming up soon. I'm working on several decks right now. I got a Heraldic Beast deck coming up that I've been working on. I got Wind-Ups coming up. So just see what happens. See how these decks can do in this format. And thanks again, guys. Until next time.